So hi everyone, I am CA Arun Tiwari, and in this video I want to clarify on very important part, especially when it comes to selling property in India by an NRI. Okay, and this is about lower TDS, LTDS certificate. So the question is, can I make investment or can I make a declaration of investment and I can avoid paying TDS? So let's understand in this video, is it possible or not? My name is CA Arun Tiwari and you all are most welcome to my channel AKT Associates, where generally I try to solve queries related to NRIs on the matter of legal, taxation and investment part. But now we are dealing with one particular question on lower TDS. So you might be aware that if you are an NRI and you want to sell your property in India, there is a TDS rate which is approximately 23%, and it is on complete sale value, not on profit part. Okay, so suppose you are selling a property of 1 crore, you have to part away with 23% of that value, which is 23 lakh. And of course you can file a return and you can get the refund, but it takes almost 1.5 years. Now solution of that problem is, if you understand that your actual tax rate is less than 23%, like actually you have to pay just 5%, or you are selling property on loss, so you don't have to pay any tax, you can apply for lower TDS or nil TDS certificate and you can avoid paying the 23% by that way. But some people ask me, sir, I want to make reinvestment. Okay, so once you make reinvestment, you can literally claim refund of all your taxes paid. So can I make a declaration now that I am going to buy another property after selling this property and I can avoid paying lower TDS? Is it possible? I hope you understand the question. The question is, can I just make a declaration? Because of course after selling property, then only you can make investment, right? You cannot make investment first. You have to get money and then you can buy another property, of course, or you can buy bonds like infrastructure bonds and you can save taxes. But can I save my TDS just by making a declaration in my income tax return that I am going to invest? Is it possible? The answer is no. Just understand, the TDS part and the tax saving part is completely different topics. They are two different topics. So TDS is basically deducted by government because you are NRI. Now you understand, in income tax there is no word which is called foreigners or Indians. So anybody who is staying outside India more than 182 days and he fulfill other criteria, he is a non-resident Indian. Even a person who is not a citizen of India, he is also non-resident Indian or NR, you can say. And rules are same for everybody. So the main concern why government say you have to deposit 23% first, because they fearing that maybe this is a person who has already taken a foreign citizenship, he just sell the property, don't pay the taxes and never return to file the return. It's possible, right? So what they say that, boss, before you leave this country with this money, you deposit that 23%, which is a maximum possible tax on sale of property, which is okay, to ensure that even if the person doesn't come back, that is the government of India gets the tax. So understand the concept behind the lower TDS, concept behind the TDS provisions, right? Now there was a problem because see, lots of people who are like seafarer or who are citizens of India, but they are working abroad for some job, or maybe some OCI holders, okay, their actual tax rate is less than 23%. So what they used to do, they first pay 23%, then file return, wait for 1.5 years, pay some money for corruptions and all this thing. You understand, it happens when the amount is big, right? So somebody is selling 5 crore rupees property, you can understand how much amount is stuck. So for that you can easily pay 5-10 lakh rupees, right? It happens, it used to happen earlier. So government has provided one opportunity which is called lower TDS certificate. So now they say, if you believe your tax rate is less than 23%, you show me with calculation, you prove your income tax officer with supportings, and if he is happy, he can give you a lower TDS certificate, which is nothing, which is the actual tax you have to pay. Suppose you are selling at loss, then income tax officer can give you 0 TDS rate also. But you cannot mix this provision with investment of capital gain. Okay, investment of capital gain can only be done after the sale happens, right? So even whether you have intention to do reinvestment or not, you have to go through the lower TDS provisions. So the idea here is very simple. If you are selling a property, you have only two options. First option, you can avoid paying TDS. Second option, you can avoid paying TDS. So what they say, if you believe your tax rate is less than 23%, you show me with calculation, you prove your income tax officer with supportings, and if he is happy, he can give you a lower TDS certificate, which is nothing, which is the actual tax you have to pay. Suppose you are selling at loss, then income tax officer can give you 0 TDS rate also. But you cannot mix this provision with investment of capital gain. Okay, investment of capital gain can only be done after the sale happens, right? So even whether you have intention to do reinvestment or not, you have to go through the lower TDS provisions. So the idea here is very simple. If you are selling a property, you have only two options. pay 23%, sell the property. Second option, apply for lower TDS, get the actual rate of TDS as a certificate approved. Okay, if there is a loss, you can get 0% TDS and then sell the property. You don't have third option where you say, okay, I'm going to invest in some infrastructure bond, or I'm going to buy another property with this money, so please don't charge any money. You have only two options. Now, once you sold the property, either you got a 23% deduction if you have not applied for lower TDS, or you get lower TDS deduction, which can be anything, maybe 5%, 2%, or 0 TDS when you're selling property on loss. And after that, when you're filing your return, then you can claim that you are going to save, invest in another property, you are going to bonds, and that time, suppose you paid 23% full TDS, but you have intention to save that tax by investing in property, another property, or buying infrastructure bonds, REC bond, or there is a NHI bonds which you can study, which you can contact us also. So basically, after you sold the property, and you can do only two things, either you can pay 23% or you can apply for lower TDS. In either case, you have to file the return. So at the time of filing the return, you can actually show your intention, and then whatever tax is deducted, you can claim as a refund. Okay, I hope you understand. If there is no tax deducted, then of course the matter of refund doesn't arise. But suppose you choose not to apply for lower TDS and you paid 23%, and then after getting the amount you invested in a property, then you can claim refund. But you cannot just go away with intention that okay, I will not apply for lower TDS, I will just declare in my intention and I will save my TDS. It's not possible. So hope you got the idea. Both are two different concepts. So in one concept, basically you have to pay TDS or you have to apply for lower TDS. In other concept, after you pay TDS or you applied for lower TDS, again you get a chance to save your taxes. Okay, you paid some taxes, maybe 23% if you have not applied for lower TDS, or 5% if you applied for TDS, lower TDS, or 0% TDS where you are selling at loss. In all three conditions, you have to file return, and then you can declare your intention and you can claim refund also. Okay, so it's very much possible. So if somebody is advising you, okay, just declare like I'm going to invest and you don't have to pay taxes, it's wrong, because both have two different concepts. The TDS concepts have nothing to do with the filing of return. It's only a concept like if you are a foreigner and if you are taking away money, generally people sell property and they want to take money abroad, then you have to pay taxes here as a advance tax, as a TDS. Okay, this is called tax deducted at source, and then only you can take money abroad. So hope the idea is very much clear, that you cannot just say okay, because sometimes buyer also face this issue convincing seller that boss, it's not possible that you can just say, oh, I'm going to save, okay, and allow me that to take money, and then I will come back next month with bag of money and invest it here. Nobody is going to believe you, right? So either you have to apply for lower TDS or you have to pay taxes, and then after that when you filing the return, you can declare your intention and you can claim the refund. Then government is ready to give you refund, because there you are actually going to make investment, submit the proof, and then only you will get the refund. But just by proving your intention, no, it's not possible. So hope this query is clear, and if you got any other queries, questions, especially on NRI property sale or anything related to NRI taxation, NRI legal provisions, or investment, you can ask me as a question, and either me or my team will come back and reply on this. Or if the question is very common, I'm going to make video on that question. So that's all in this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.